Hey, I'm back with another video. There's a very common problem that keeps coming up over and over and over. I read a lot of your comments, and the topic of today is this. I'm doing keto, I'm on intermittent fasting, but I still crave certain things, and I'm still hungry when I'm fasting. What do I do? Well, let's talk about that. If you're doing the exact plan, the plan that I laid out, your cravings will go down to 0, and your hunger will go down to 0 between the meals. In fact, yesterday, I was fasting until 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I was absolutely so satisfied. I was not hungry. Even at 3 o'clock, it felt like I just ate, like I was filled. My body was actually burning fat all day long. I felt great. I had no desire to eat whatsoever. If you're trying to lose weight and you're not hungry like that, keep going as long as you can. The problem I have is if I don't consume 2 large meals a day, I tend to get a little too thin. I could potentially have a lot more food in that one meal, but I just cannot cram in 3,400 calories in one meal. I just can't do it. I'm usually eating at 3 or 3:30, even though I am not hungry. I actually feel way better when I don't eat versus when I eat. What happens when you're doing the right program and you're fasting is your body has converted 100% over to the state of ketosis. Now realize that if your body needs any glucose or sugar at all, it will easily make it from fat, from ketones, from protein. You don't need glucose. You don't need carbs. Here's the thing that I run into over and over and over again. Now, just out of the blue, you're just hungry or you're craving something. Reflect back to yesterday. What did you eat? Were you doing sort of keto? Was there anything that you ate that maybe you shouldn't have eaten? Are you eating keto-friendly foods that have maltodextrin or tapioca? These definitely are not keto, even though people claim they are keto-friendly. A little bit of pasta, bread, fruit like a banana, or even some dates will definitely create hunger and cravings the next day. That's just what's going to happen. It's nearly always too many carbs the day before. If you stay consistent each and every day, your hunger goes down to 0 and you have no cravings. Now, it could also be stress. Stress can also release glucose that's stored in your liver. So that's another possibility. Also, your sleep. If your sleep is poor, that can affect your blood sugars as well. You see, hunger and cravings are the absolute best way to know that it's working. And once your appetite goes away, it's very, very sustaining. You can stick with this thing for a very long period of time. I just can't imagine someone being on a diet with hunger and with cravings. And that's pretty much the majority of people who diet. And that's really, really tough. I don't know how they do it. This diet, keto and intermittent fasting, you're in the state of producing high amounts of ketones. And one last thing, if you're craving salt, just consume salt without the carbohydrates, as in a French fry, potato chip, or some other salty, crunchy carbohydrate. If you haven't seen my beginner video on keto, I put it right here. Check it out. Hey, before you leave, I just wanted to give you a little quick history on some of the books that I wrote. This was one of the first books. It's called Dr. Berg Body Shapes. It was my attempt at writing about body types. What was very interesting about this book is I actually did all the images myself. Don't ask me why. They look actually not quite as professional as some of the images that I have in the new book. But anyway, this is my first attempt right here called Dr. Berg's Body Shape Diets. And then I wrote a book more extensive called The 7 Principles of Fat Burning. I don't even have a copy anymore, actually, because it's outdated. The next book, I put about 1,000 hours into this one right here called The New Body Type Guide. Major updates on the body types. I put a lot of energy into this. It has professional images, graphics, all sorts of things. Now, the problem with this book is it doesn't really describe what this is really about. Body types are only a small portion of what's in this book. And that's why I changed the name to the Healthy Keto Plan, okay? If you happen to have this book, you don't really need this book because there's some only very, very minor updates. But if you don't have this, you need to get this one right here. This book goes into every single detail that you would ever want to know about. It goes into the 7 principles of fat burning. It goes into hormones, the body types, the basic keto plan. It goes into intermittent fasting. I talk about the 10 fat burning triggers and blockers and fat burning strategies with a lot of details in every single chapter. I go into body issues that interfere with losing weight. There's very few people that just have a weight problem. They have a lot of body issues, whether it's sleeping problems, stress problems, inflammation, menopause. I cover that extensively in this book. Then I talk about how to get rid of stress, and I show you a technique. Then I get into exercising. And then I have a lot of really good recipes in this book as well. So this is a good reference guide. On my website, if you get this book, you get this one free. It's called Healthy Keto and Intermittent Fasting. This is the shortcut, quick guide to this book. And the reason I created this book is to have you, within 45 minutes, learn how to do keto, okay, in intermittent fasting, exactly what you need to do. Then you can fill in the blanks with this book right here. So right now I'm doing a special. If you get this book, you get this one totally free, or you can go to Amazon and get these individually. So I just want to clarify the difference between this book and this updated one right here. If you don't have this, you need to get this right here. That way you can get the exact correct information to do it healthily.